Exercise number 30, the G. 1, 2, ready, play. Repeat. Okay, take notice on measure number 3. You have a couple of rests there, and I block out the notes with the palm of my hand. Okay, after you play that G, after the first beat, you hold it out for for one beat, one rest, one rest. So that's one beat each of those for that in measure number 4. So if you were to count it, it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so beats 3 and 4 are rests. So that means that you got to block out the sound. Otherwise, it's going to sound like half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It might as well be half notes. So you have to block it out with your palm. And so that's called muting. Exercise 31, G, B, and E. Exercise number 32, G, B, C, and D. Okay, in measure number 2, you're going to see eighth notes there. Okay, you see that? We have a C, D, B, C. And then what you want to do when you play that is that you're going to have to play, it's faster than a quarter note. It's twice as fast. So I'm just going to play those 4 notes for you. Okay, I'll try that again. Okay, goes 1 and 2 and, okay, 1 and 2 and. Okay, so the and, you ought to probably, after you kind of get used to the notes and you're just picking down on all the notes, what I would recommend you do after you just get used to where all the notes are, that you employ alternate picking at that point. It goes down, up, okay, down, up, okay. All right, so starting from the beginning, 1, 2, ready, play. 2, ready, repeat. Measure number 33. So we have 2 sets of eighth notes in measure number 3. So I'm going to point that out to you first before we go through it. Okay, and at the end of that of the music, there's no repeat symbol, so that means you're only going to play it through once according to the sheet music. So let's take a look at measure number 3. Okay. And remember, you're going to be playing this all down picks first, and then after you play all down picks and you're kind of used to how the pattern goes, then you should probably concentrate on doing alternate picking. D, E, F, D. Okay, we can do that again. Okay, that's D, E, F, D, E, C, D, C. Okay, that's a little tough. So work on it several times over, and then kind of put it together with the other parts that are a lot easier. So let's take a look at the other one, measure number 7. Okay, I'm going to do that again. G, F, E, D, F, E, D, B, and I'm going to count it out this time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, I'm going to play it at tempo. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and play from the beginning. I'm going to turn the metronome back on. And remember, in the beginning, you're probably not going to have the metronome on because it is kind of tough. First, you want to get familiar with where the notes are. And then after you're familiar with the notes, then you turn on the metronome and work on your timing. Exercise 33. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay. Exercise number 34. You're going to play with your middle finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. That is A. Turn on a metronome. Okay, and remember we've got ourselves 8th notes in measure number 3. So you're going to have to play that twice as fast as a quarter note. 1, 2, ready, play. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exercise number 35. 1, 2, ready, play. Repeat. Blues Run, number 36. Okay, this is done in 8th notes. So the tempo is still 80 beats per minute, but you have to play twice as many notes. So you have, like for instance in the first measure, and then you start off with that G right there. It says G, B, D, E, F, E, D, B, and you would play it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? But we're gonna play this half as fast right now, just so that we can get used to it. So we're gonna reduce the tempo, but after that, then we're gonna play it at full speed. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, so full speed. 1, 2, ready, play. Exercise number 37, up and around, and explains what an acrusis is. And for those of us in America, because this G4 Method was written by David Hart. He's an Australian, and so they have different terms than Americans do. We use the term pickup beat. And a crucis, which is a pickup beat, is one or more notes preceding the first beat. And so what you see here in measure number 1 is an incomplete measure. You have 3 eighth notes, and they're annotated as and, for, and. Okay? So what and, for, and means is that you're going to start playing and counting, but with the syllable and you can also say and in America. I think we say and more often than and. But you start with and, for, and, which would be kind of like this, and I'll show you right here. We have your G, A, B, and, for, and. When you're counting, you start with and, for, and, then you go to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. Okay, now if you take a look at the last measure of exercise number 37, it shows only 5 notes there, and that's an incomplete measure as well. But you see at the end of it is a repeat symbol. So when you repeat, going back to the first measure, you're going to be picking up on the and, for, and beats. Okay? So if you were to count out the very last measure, you'll see 5 notes, and that is 1 and 2 and 3. And then you go to the first measure, it shows and, for, and. So I hope you understand that little part right there. So it's not an incomplete measure in the sense that there's beats that are missing, because the beats from the first measure are found at the very end of the song. So let's go ahead and give this a try. We're going to play this kind of slow first, just so that you can see. We're going to play this at 80 beats per minute, and then we're going to play it. We're going to play it as though that they were quarter notes. So really, we're going to be playing at 40 beats per minute. But I'm not going to set my metronome to 40 beats per minute. I'm going to simply play each note on the beat of the metronome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. Okay, so that's how it kind of ends right there. And musically speaking, what I probably would do as I end a song like that, I'd probably just hold out that A note for a little while, just to give a feel of finality to it. Okay, so now we're going to try at regular tempo. This is 80 beats per minute, but played with the 8th note. So that means that you're going to be playing twice as fast as the metronome is ticking. Okay. 1, 2, ready, play. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and